apes, together, strong!
Have you come to save your apes? I came for you.
War for the Planet of the Apes. So War of the Planet of the Apes is the sequel to the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, so it's a continuation story of apes are really in war with the humans after what Koba did in the previous film. Then Caesar has a lot of responsibility for himself and his tribe of monkey, and then there are so many things going on because the war that is really raging. The humans really do hate these apes, you can say that, and then there's so many things that's going on with this film. But this film particularly focuses on Caesar's darker self because there are things that really happen because he is the leader within his own tribe, and then because of how Koba react in the previous film, so that's why he felt there's a darker side within himself in Caesar. So in this film really focuses more on Caesar character than the war itself. Personally, I entered this film to watch a lot of battle and war within this film, but turns out that I did not get that. But I do understand where this film is going through, but still the title is not as misleading as when I watch it, because I was expecting a lot of war, but turns out that it is based on Caesar himself, because the war within himself. So that's why Caesar is also facing that kind of war with his own character. So I kind of get that in that sense, but still is a very good ending of the trilogy. But I mean, for Caesar trilogy, I think we will get more trilogies after that, but this is the final chapter of Caesar. If you watched my review before, so I'm going to talk about the good stuff and I'm talking about the bad stuff. And that one was synopsis, and let's get on to the good stuff. The CGI was jaw-droppingly good. I've never seen the CGI so real. There is one scene where the orangutan, Maurice, if I'm not mistaken, he was up close to the camera, as to the point that it felt very, they did it on purpose to show you the amount of details that they put into animating, even just for motion capture. It felt so real. I was like, oh my god, is that the real thing? The CGI was really good, and then it felt very real. Secondly, everyone put on a great performance, and even though it's just majority of them are motion capture, but they did it so well done, even though you can see the kind of emotions that, and then the facial expression through motion capture, everything was done well. It felt real to me, to the point that it might happen in the future, but it felt very real. And then this film did so well, like in the previous Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, that they put too much into a lot of emotion. Even though there's a lot of emotion, but there's a meaning behind it. Every emotion that you feel in this film, particularly for me, there's in that meaning. And to be honest, I did cry. And it felt very real, to the point that some monkey die, some human die, and then you felt you buy their meaning, why they die, and then what have they done to deserve it. Those kind of feeling that, and it felt real to me. I don't know how many times I must say that, because it really felt real. It's not like any other film where some of the characters just die without giving a meaning and a purpose of their death, and then it's useless. And I wasn't too sure, because when they cast Woody Harrelson, I wasn't too sure, but Woody Harrelson gave a very solid and intense performance that I enjoy watching him on screen. But there is a bad side to him later, I will talk about it later, but still Woody Harrelson gave a very solid performance, which I did not expect at all. Let's get on to the bad things now. So this is the part I will talk about the bad stuff. And then, to be honest, when I watched this film, I felt like the pacing of the film was a bit too slow. The reason is that it doesn't feel as complex like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, because Dawn of the Planet of the Apes did so well with the complexity, so that's why they have so much story to tell, and then the pacing was done very snappy, but at the same time it's not too snappy that it gets you out of the moment and lost meaning. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes done very well in terms of pacing and complexity, but this film, the pacing was slightly a bit too slow, but I do understand where are they going on, because they are trying to discover Caesar's darker self in that sense, so that's why they have to take the time a bit slowly, but still it's a bit too slow for my taste. And the second part, that this film is not as complex as compared to the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. The Dawn of the Planet of the Apes did so well in terms of point of view, because there's total of 4 point of view in that sense, so that's why the pacing was a bit too choppy. But in that sense, that Dawn of the Planet of the Apes did very well in terms of the complexity, because you have Caesar's view, Koba's view, the good guy's view, and then Gary Oldman's view. But this one, because they don't have the complexity, the storyline is slightly straightforward slightly straightforward. It's not as complex as the other one. So that's why maybe they are trying to drag the storytelling a bit longer. So that's why the pacing doesn't feel fast. And then, okay, this is the part I'm trying to get. And then the last part is that when I entered this film, I wanted to see more of Woody Harrelson, even though I did not expect much from him. But at the end, I felt kind of let down that his character development is not too strong. You do buy his ideology, this character ideology and such. You do buy Woody Harrelson's performance. Just that the way they write this character is not that strong yet. And then at the same time, there are other certain of explanation within the film that did not explain that well. It's just established without a very, very good explanation, I would say. So those are some of the minor problems, but still, because this film really focuses on Caesar's dark self, so that's why they tend to focus more on Caesar than other human. But this one did not make them interesting at all. Not like with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes where you buy each character. This one was a bit off, you can say that. But other than that, I still enjoy War of the Planet of the Apes. The final chapter of this franchise, you can say trilogy of Caesar's journey, it was a really good film, to be honest. For me, the first one was meh until good. The second one was amazingly, poppingly good, which really made me interested in this War for the Planet of the Apes. But this War for the Planet of the Apes was a bit slightly disappointing. Maybe I put too much hope on it because of how great Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but still I enjoy this film for what it's supposed to be. Maybe I put too much expectation on it, but still this franchise and this trilogy really is really great, and I applaud Matt Reeves for even though he did not direct the first one, but this whole franchise was really, really good, and I don't even mind to watch the whole trilogy again, and this film was really, really good. So I'm gonna give War for the Planet of the Apes a 7 out of 10. So if you really enjoy this whole franchise, I really do recommend you guys go and watch it, and you won't regret it. And I love this franchise quite a bit, to be honest. So I might put it into my collection as well, because this final chapter really brings a really good conclusion of the trilogy. So this is my review for War for the Planet of the Apes, and I'll see you all next time.